Hi everyone, I'm here to do the weekly um, reading for Aries, and let's get started, right? So, Aries, 24th of March is a new moon in Aries. So, let's begin by getting some overall energy for all you Aries folks out there. Aha. And this is the card that came through. It says, don't let pride get in your way. It's an interesting message to come through for Aries because, Aries typically is very outspoken, um, naturally charismatic, and a born leader. But uh, Aries is also famously known for being, more brash than the other signs in the zodiac. Uh, you are the baby of the zodiac, aren't you? So you let your instinct rule your head. And the key message for you this week is don't let pride get in your way. So let's go into further detail as to what this guidance really means. So let's pick up some energies for what is in store for Aries with respect to work. Right? So we'll do work, and then we'll do romance, and then we'll do an overall energy as guidance for the week, and then we'll close with that. So what's happening in the workplace for Aries, and how does this message tie into that? Okay. Wow. Interesting. The Five of Wands and the Five of Swords. Wow. So you've really been facing some conflict and turmoil at work, Aries. What I'm specifically getting from this card is that you are frustrated with your team. You seem to be in the mindset that oh my god, why can't everyone just get their stuff done on time? You're trying to put a project together which involves multiple people and things are progressing slower than usual, and a lot of frustration is coming up for you. And you have more or less made up your mind, or are in the process of taking a decision that screw it, I'm just going to do everything myself, and nobody ever gets their stuff done on time, and I think it's time that I just completely take over responsibility from the others who are supposed to be helping me on the project, but they're not getting their stuff done. That's the energy that I'm picking up on. And you kind of just want to tell people off. You're kind of on the brink of telling people off. And you are advised to maintain harmony and balance. and understand that there is probably a reason why this is happening. So perhaps this is a pattern that you see recurring in your work life. And some of you are entrepreneurs or self-employed people, and you're trying to get some external parties to work together with you, and they're just not being efficient. So you are being called to see why this pattern of attracting people who don't do their fair share of work keep why do you keep attracting people like that into your life, especially with respect to work and finance? Why do you attract clients who don't pay on time? Why are you attracting colleagues who are tardy with their work? Why are you attracting vendors who don't deliver on time? So this is a pattern that you are being called to look into deeply and to kind of get a grip on your emotions. And yeah, don't let your brazen way of doing things get in the way, and don't tell people off, because this is a pattern that you need to look into as to why is this happening. Why did you attract these kind of experiences into your life? That's what's coming up for you. I'm going to pull a quick guidance card for you with respect to work. Okay, so we're going to come out. And we get the Sun card. How beautiful, right? And this particularly speaks to me about the new moon in Aries. And Aries is, a very masculine, the energy is very, very archetypical masculine, right? Archetypal masculine, sorry. Very, very archetypal masculine. Aries is the god of war. And I'm getting a very strong masculine energy. I'm just going to pull some more clarifiers for this. Why is the Sun card here? Okay, what I'm getting straight up is balance your balance your yin and yang. Yang is a very forward-moving, directive, powerful kind of energy that directs and demands, and yin is very it takes a softer approach. It attracts and it allows for things to come to be, rather than directing and demanding all the time. So yin is more allowing and attracting. So you are being called to balance these two approaches in your work. So this one will come out. And the card that I got was Awakening, Archangel Gabriel. So to me, Archangel Gabriel is the angel that I call upon every time I have questions about my life purpose. So some of you Aries could very well be dealing with life purpose related pursuits, and you seem to be facing a lot of obstacles. So the message for you is, all of these are energies to be cleared. You are probably on an awakening journey, consciously or otherwise. And the best way out of situations such as this is to go within and to clear blocks and understand why you attracted these experiences into your life to begin with. Yep. So let's look at romance. Okay, So, what is in store for romance for Aries? Okay. Wow. And we get the Unity card. So beautiful. And okay, we get the 5 water. Night of air. Okay. So what I'm getting is some of you might be on a soulmate or twin flame journey, and your heart has been seeking union for a long time, and you've also been doing a lot of inner work, and I'm also picking up on some divine masculines who are doing inner work. Let God be your guide is the message that is coming through for you. Seek out mentors and like-minded friends. So that's why groups exist. You have many Facebook groups, and you have many people who are putting out well-meaning content out there in support of the collective, trying to help you reach union within yourself and with your loved one. So seek support. You have any questions, don't kind of marinate within yourself. Put your doubts out there. Be very discerning with respect to whom you kind of give your business to, because I've noticed on forums where a lot of people try to scam you by asking you to inbox them, and then they try to say they'll send you something and they ask for money. So just be discerning, be smart about it. But also you sharing your experiences out there in a smart manner will help you, and also help a lot of others who are on a similar journey. So I think that felt complete. And the message on this card was, with respect to romance, things not turning out the way you had hoped, not seeing the positive in a situation, and crying over spilled milk. So this is a very clear message. Don't let pride get in your way, not seeing the positive in a situation. So you've probably had a tiff with your spouse or a loved one, and you are letting pride get in your way. So you are being called deeper into the lessons of unconditional love. See, unconditional love does not mean you condone erratic behavior. It just means that you use the situation as a mirror for yourself, and ask yourself, why is this experience playing out in my reality, whether it is through a colleague or a friend or your child or your twin flame or your soulmate. Why is this experience in my reality? And you go within and you heal yourself, and then one of two things will happen. Either these experiences will go out of your reality, or for whatever reason, if these people need to remain in your reality, could be in the case of colleagues or in the workplace especially, those experiences will cease to bother you. So one of two things will happen. Either way, it will not upset you anymore, right? So another thing that's coming through is what I'm getting is cut your mate some slack. This could be for some of you who are on a spiritual awakening path. Cut them some slack. They're going through a lot. It's especially true for twin flames. And you have the tools, and this situation, no matter how upsetting, is no different from any other situation where you kind of go within and do your inner work. So don't act out of the ego. Don't hold on to resentment. If not for anything else, at least for your own sake, resentment, anger, bitterness, these are all very low vibration energies. So notwithstanding the other person, you wouldn't want to carry such low vibration energies within you, and you thank the other person for triggering these energies so they can come up to the surface for healing and release, and do just that. Okay, the other card was Knight aware, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. So many of you have painted this picture about your mate. You've seen the higher self of your mate. You could, especially true for the divine feminines out there, you think of your mate as someone who's very intelligent, dynamic, strong, protective, and he's not really showing up like that to you, and it has caused you a lot of disillusionment. And you are being called to understand the bridge between the 3D and the 5D, and to understand that a lot of humanity is trying to cross that bridge. And whilst you may see the higher nature of the person that you love, it is still going to take them some time to get there. Okay. So that was one message, and there's another message for a different segment of the collective, and it says, Aries in general is very decisive, very idealistic, lots of passion, lots of energy. And so why is this there? Why is this message there in the romance reading? And this is the card that's coming up. Interesting. So some of you are clearly on a deep spiritual journey, and you're going through a lot of transformation. And sometimes this knight kind of energy, which is very idealistic and very warrior kind of an energy, it would be wise for you to use that energy to cut through your blocks rather than fight against what's happening. So surrender to the divine, allow things to flow, and employ your decisive, tireless, and intelligent nature towards cutting through blocks instead of fighting circumstances in the external. So that was the clear message. I'm gonna leave you with gonna pull out one guidance card for feminine and one for the masculine. So let's do the feminine first. Any guidance for the divine feminine, and we get the third chakra. So the third chakra, very beautiful. So claim your power. So this is the solar plexus. Claim your power, go deeper into standing in your power, learn how to be uh, in your femininity while being assertive. So there's a way to go about asserting your power without having to adopt a masculine aggressive approach, and you are being called to deepen your learning with respect to that. And let's pull a card for the masculine, and victory. That's such a nice card. uh, hmm. So a lot of new beginnings, a lot of cycles that are being closed out for you, and I see that you have closed out something very tough and a pattern that has been repeating across lifetimes is what I'm receiving. And you Aries, the masculine energy especially, you have really closed out a pattern that you've been carrying for lifetimes, and that really is something, right? So victory, kudos to you on that. And I'm gonna leave you with one more card as to what the near future holds for you the next week or so, next 1 or 2 weeks. Okay. Oh my god, can you believe the card that came up? It says new moon in Aries. Oh my god. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries, and we are in a new moon in Aries. It could not be more guided than this, guys, by spirit. It's so amazing. So those of you for whom these messages resonate, if you are in doubt, really things that, you know, the tide is shifting in your favor. And if you would like to book a more detailed reading, the details are in the description box below, and we can go into complete an in-depth reading with respect to your work, your romance. If you're on a twin flame journey, we can look at what are the blocks and energies that are coming up for you for healing, and we can look at some serious shadow work. So you just look at the link in the description box below if you would like to book a personal reading, and see you guys next week. Bye bye.